President of the United States has asked us to do, and we think everybody here is very willing to do that and is very eager to engage in that effort.
All right, yet again, Vice President J.D. Vance speaking in Jerusalem earlier today. This comes amid reports that the White House is concerned that the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu could collapse the truce in return to war. Joining us now to discuss this and so much more is Mr. Harley Lippman, foreign policy expert back here on the Live Zone. Harley, it's been quite some time. Good to see you, my friend.
The pleasure is mine. Good to see you as well.
All right. So your immediate thoughts, first of all, about Vice President J.D. Vance, the comments, the remarks he made once in Jerusalem earlier today, one of which happened to be there will be no U.S. boots on the ground in Israel in the Gaza Strip.
Well, that comes as no surprise. This fits the Republican agenda of not getting involved in endless wars. So the notion of American troops being in the Middle East is very unrealistic. I can't see that happening. So that's not going to be an issue. But the fact that he is there makes a tremendous statement of President Trump that he wants this peace plan to be executed effectively and for everyone to abide by the agreements. So we're counting on him, all of us, meaning everybody who cares about peace, to make sure that all the parties honor their side. And that means with Bibi Netanyahu that he doesn't commence military actions. You have to be fair and put that on the table for sure, and to make sure that Hamas truly disarms.
Yeah. Well, we know the portion of peace literally on the brink of collapsing. I'll make reference to what took place on Sunday when Palestinian gunmen killed 2 Israeli soldiers on the Israeli side of the ceasefire line. Now, Hamas states that, well, quite honestly, they had nothing to do with it. President Trump he took them for their word. I'm curious, your take on that.
Well, I hope that's true. I'm not surprised that Hamas is trying to break the agreement. That's what they do. These are radical Islamist organization, part of the Muslim Brotherhood. And their mission is to not only be at war and destroy Israel, but to kill every Jew and kill every Christian. This is what they want. They want to take over the world and establish a caliphate. What I discovered recently, which so shocked me, was that the CIA reported that of the top 15 most terrorist organizations in the world, all 15 are radical Islamists. So it really speaks loudly to what these groups want to do, which is destroy Western civilization as we know it.
So tomorrow, yet again, Vice President J.D. Vance will sit down with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The question is, what approach do you think Vance will need to take in order to really carry Trump's message across and make sure it's implemented?
Well, I think first and foremost, the pressure really has to be on Turkey and Qatar, who have the most influence with Hamas, because it's Hamas that broke the agreement. And so they have not fulfilled 2 key aspects. They killed Israeli soldiers when there was a ceasefire. And second, they have not returned all the bodies that they promised to do. So I think first and foremost, you have to be able to make sure Hamas honors its side. Israel has honored its side. So I think that they're probably going to talk about what to do if Hamas continues to violate this agreement.
All right. You just made mention of Turkey, Harley, and we know that according to the New York Times, Turkey plans on sending a team specializing in body retrieval to help locate the missing bodies of the hostages in Gaza, which, by the way, it's no secret, Hamas now claiming it's having difficulty locating. Are you comfortable with that? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I think whatever it takes to find those bodies. I'd like to believe Hamas. It may be very difficult to find those bodies. Most people I speak to are very skeptical, saying that they took dead bodies back into Gaza. That was a big trip. You're carrying heavy people because they know the value of these bodies. So a lot of the bodies they have were already killed on October 7th in Israel. So the fact that they took them back into Gaza shows that they know what they've got and they value it. So you would think that they know where it's kept. So according to that thinking, They're just playing games and trying to be disruptive and test the resolve of Israel and the United States.
All right, and so we'll end with this, Harley, and that is, in your mind, and it's it's such a wide-ranging question, if you will. But what will need to happen in order to maintain peace, peace that we all want to see continue within that region?
It's actually a great question and the question. It would require President Trump to make sure, while he may be distracted with Ukraine and Russia and with China, and we understand that, he has global responsibilities. He has to stay close to this because only he was able to pull this off, and only he will make sure that the parties abide by these agreements.
Quite busy, so we truly appreciate you joining us right here on the Live Zone.
My pleasure.
All right, folks. It is a busy day right here in the nation's capital as well. You're taking a live look at the White House. This is really interesting. This is a sneak peek into the Oval Office. That hand